we gon' ride? Is he gon' step by me? Can't do it back, keep racks on me. Name home with I keep 3 on me. Oh, so you ride it. I can do everything that you gon' like. Young, rich, and famous.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious, I feel my wrath as you ever offended my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given the credit so you can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance from guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, no? Being great, that's ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you more my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, this fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though.
But I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And the New York Jets versus Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, we talk about the phrase last but not least. That qualifies here. It's the final game of Week 1 and one of the most anticipated debuts around these parts in a long time. All eyes on the new number 8, Aaron Rodgers, making his first start as a New York Jet.
Think about it, wearing number 8 despite a gracious gesture from the retired number 12 Joe Namath to wear that number. Aaron Rodgers is going to make his own way wearing his college number. And you're right about how anticipated this is. The Jets believe he's the piece to get them to the playoffs and possibly the Super Bowl.
So peel back the curtain and let the show begin here. Here we go, partner. After 244 starts in a Packer uniform, it is the first start here in New York for the newest Jet, Aaron Rodgers.
And does that mean we can all exhale now and just enjoy the show? So much build-up, so much speculation, so many of us wondering how this is going to turn out. It begins right now.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Well, here come the Bills for their first possession, led out by their 27-year-old quarterback in year 6. It's Josh Allen.
And it just feels like Allen has the Bills on the cusp of something great. Another 13-win season last year, and they're officially perennial favorites in the AFC. Behind that effort, continued excellence from one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60. And the Bills are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Finding Hardman here over the middle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. But Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure out and make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
Now Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's got a first down. It's a tackle made at the Bills' 23. And again, it's Rodgers. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So Aaron Rodgers here getting his first run in a Jets uniform. Well, he'll get 3 of his first 4 games at home, but it is an intimidating slate. You got Buffalo tonight. They go to Dallas next Sunday, followed by a divisional home game against the Patriots, a team that's had their number, to put it mildly. And then the Super Bowl champs come in Week 4.
And don't forget, not far behind them, the Eagles in Week 6. But I think that this is a great way to open for Aaron Rodgers. If you've ever wanted a challenge, this is it. And this gives him a chance to show the rest of the world he's still got it and is still an MVP in this league.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbroken.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Hardy set to return. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now 2nd and 9. Allen going to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. To throw, it's Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sideline and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Allen steps away. And running with power here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The New York set to take the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Rodgers now on first down. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. On the draw, it's Hall. Able to push his way through. And the Jets are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 10 yards out. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Armstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills add 6 to their lead. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On first down, Rodgers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And award that sack to Boogie Basham. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Carlos Basham now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it was the Panthers who began the Frank Reich era with a victory. Bryce Young, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Next, we head off to check out another game. And things didn't go so well as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Josh Jacobs, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 69 yards. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the return will stop right around the 25. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
All again on second down. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Paul again. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The New York set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Rodgers going to throw. Going right back to Wilson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Rodgers now on 1st down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. We're just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On first down, right back to Hall. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Rodgers to throw on second down. A quick throw there is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Hall on a give up the middle. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Rodgers. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs, 69 yards. And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Sub.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Back to throw. Rodgers. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. On the return, Hardy. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so that maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
Being chased out left. Going deep for Diggs. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 74 yards. And the Bills add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. And New York set to take the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rodgers throwing quickly to Wilson. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun. Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Rodgers to throw once more. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7.
defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Allen now on first down. Going deep for Diggs. It got his man complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 63 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. 3rd and 3. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Rodgers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. Rodgers going to get this complete to his running back Hall, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd down and 6 now. And again, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Lazard gets the first down, and I still have to refer to my notes to remember that he was actually undrafted out of Iowa State. Put up career highs as the Packers' #1 receiver last season. The Jets hope that's production he can provide in a new shade of...
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Zerline now for the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Open man is Diggs. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Bills, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.
Walk it off the pick and roll. Shit, gotta go, we don't move it scary.
Last time a shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like it's Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We don't switch sides. She thinks she love me, but
the players on your team quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game.
Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way. Richer than me. This ain't up for debate.
Legends on 3, 2, 1.
Next time, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, please, please don't. Go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that.
Man, they even got enough change in the meter. Double part looking like Bane in the beater. Her friend keep helping detangle the weave. When they jumped in the front seat to play with the speakers. Thunder my plans, stretch my bands. Plasma night, stopping my customized vans. Plush like brush like plus. I got 'em up plus size Panamera truck. I hop out the roof. Yeah, dime on my left wrist and she got the flu. Yeah, watch look like Chex Mix is post up be blue. She know it's 2 seats, so she leave her best friends. Bust out my dad face, your chain is
Next
a
time,
neck.
go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, please, please don't. Go that, go that, go that, go that, go that.